I'm Travis.
I'm Erin.
And we are our lively tribe. It's been a while since we've done one of these tours. I'm so grateful that we're done with this one. And
September.
it's been since September?
Yeah, so it's April.
Oh man, that was a long time in between. It turned out awesome, I'm super
beautiful.
excited.
So good job. Stay till the end and we'll reveal it to the clients who will be here soon, and you'll get to see their reaction to their space. But first we're going to give you a tour. Travis is going to give you a tour of all the hard work he did. One-man show. This was a one-man show. Typically you have help, which would be my dad, who comes in and does all the little things. Mm-hmm. And this time my dad is laid up in bed with a bad back. So this was all you, 100%. And good job.
Oh, thanks. All right, let's get to it.
All right.
Alright, so we are standing in a 2014 Thor Class A Ace motorhome. How'd that go? Does that sound good?
30 feet.
30 feet long. Yeah, and when it came to us, it was, the inside had really kind of fallen apart on them. It wasn't that old and they didn't really abuse it too much, but the wallpaper was peeling terribly. Things were just coming apart, but they loved the motorhome, they loved the layout. So they knew that they wanted to keep this motorhome. So they thought, instead of buying a new one, why don't we have Erin and Travis renovate it? So we did. They brought it to us a long time ago. Sorry. And yeah, this one was a lot of work. But I'm absolutely thrilled with how it turned out. And I didn't know I would be so stoked until yesterday when we put all the finishing touches on it. So yeah, let's give you guys a tour of it. Alright, so we'll start with the front of the rig. And in the motorhomes, I really want to try and not touch as much of this as possible. I've learned that tearing out the carpet's super challenging because it's glued down, so it just causes a ton of problems trying to put it back together. But what we did do, we took in these chairs that had completely fallen apart on them. I mean, there were scraps all over the floor from how bad they were. And we found an amazing upholsterer. And she was able to get these done super fast, and they're beautiful, and she was incredible and loved our kids, and it was so neat. So that was great.
She's a secret.
She's our secret weapon, for sure. She's amazing. And they, her husband says he'll work a lot, so they wanted to be able to have the table back. So this chair will pivot over. He can pivot over, and he can work from this table. One special request that they had, you'll have to come over and look down. These chairs sit pretty high, so her feet weren't able to touch the ground. So that was a request, to have a little step stool so that her feet could be touching the ground. And also, when he turns this chair, that is the exact same height for here. So he had requested to have something to put his foot on also. So it was pretty great. It worked out.
Good job.
Yeah. We took all of this stuff down. It had black netting around these, and Erin came up with a super cool idea to make them look really good and work. So we replaced all of those, painted everything. This is actually a bed that comes down and goes back up. It's pretty awesome how it works. You don't even have to touch it, so that's a neat feature. Yeah.
That's the front.
That's the front. You want to go over you want to just take a few steps back and we can go over all of this. I don't remember what it looked like before.
Couch and dinette.
And then there was a dinette that came out this way,
yeah,
right?
it had the benches.
Right. So the first thing I did, I rebuilt the couch system. And and this is our classic couch that we've put in so many rigs now. So yeah, we add these huge drawers. The couch system before didn't have any storage. It was a fold-out couch. And what was kind of ridiculous with that couch was there was like a 4-inch space behind it that absolutely served no purpose. It literally just took up space. So we eliminated that altogether, pushed the whole thing further back, and we were able to, this is an IKEA mattress. So we find the mattresses that work, and then we kind of build accordingly to them. And this we got, custom upholstered by our amazing upholsterers. And this thing can unzip. Yeah, super psyched on how the couch turned out. We liked doing it so it doesn't have knobs on it, on these pieces, so that no one's able to step on them or break them. So yeah, so look at all that storage we now have. Whoa. This piece above it was probably the one I dreaded the most and was the most challenging, because all of the main wiring harness for the motor and all the front runs right through here. And they did not like the shelf that was there. They requested an open styled shelf. So it took me a long time. It took me months to see what I was going to do here. And
so where's all the wiring hidden?
The wiring's actually running through the bottom because I had to be able to put these lights in here. These awesome lights that Aaron found. But you wouldn't even know. It's all completely hidden, runs down the walls, and this thing just took. Trenton actually helped me mount this thing up here. It was so rad. Ready to help me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm kind of scared.
You're kind of scared?
Well, because it's big.
You're gonna do great. You're stronger than any 7-year-old I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Or except you're 8. Yeah, you held that up. Okay, ready? Let's do this.
Let's do this.
He's standing on it, holding it up while I screw it in. That was pretty fun. How was that?
Fun.
Fun? Are your muscles hurting?
Yeah, really bad.
Yeah, thank you. I literally could not have done that without you. You're the best.
Even though it had a gap like that big that I was supposed to see, but...
Well, that's alright, we fixed it. Okay. Now go back to playing her. Whatever you're doing. He's gonna be the best employee ever.
Best what?
Employee ever.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, back to work.
Go back. Wait,
No! But the main thing was being able to hide all of the wiring that came out of it.
And what's that?
That's a DVD player. This is the control system for the bunk. So all of this used to be on the exterior, which they did not like. So we were able to hide it on the interior, and yeah, totally make it work. So I loved, adding this bar to it and just making it feel like its own custom rad piece. So yeah, I'm stoked on how it turned out, big time, for how long it took me to figure it out. They had requested to have a bar. They like to camp at the beach. So they wanted a space where they could sit and look out the window towards the ocean. And yeah, we came up with this cool idea. It was their idea and ours combined.
Well, we had done this in
our Evo. Oh no, in
that other rig.
In our first rig.
One of the first ones,
Class C.
Yep. We did the same setup without the wine rack.
Right. And that's I think where she had seen it and maybe brought it up. Oh, that's cool. That was so long ago, man. Yeah, so we were able to do that, but one of their special requests was having a little wine rack. So this was probably one of the most fun pieces to build. Figuring out how to get these in here and how they would travel and not fall out, and making it look as cool as possible. We were able to add a couple drawers to it to still make it, functional for them. And yeah, and we lucked out and found these great chairs that fit perfectly, because this is an odd height. It's not a table height and it's not a bar height. It's kind of in between. So we lucked out with that. But this was a pretty challenging situation also. It had like these metal plates that are under here for the slide. So I had to elevate and raise up this entire platform in order to be able to lay flooring on it. So it was a ton of work, but I'm super psyched on how it all finished up. And yeah, so yeah, that's that section.
I'm gonna share the kitchen with you because I gave Travis a ton of work in this space.
Yeah.
And that's why he loves me so much, because he loves when I give him more work to do. So the backsplash here we had bought for a different RV, and it just didn't end up working out. It wasn't what we wanted, but we didn't return it. We hung on to it. And then when the couple came to us and said they wanted more of a nautical ocean theme, I was like, oh my gosh, we have that really cool tile. Let's put it in here. And it turned out amazing. It happened to like match the color of the cabinets perfectly. And Travis loves when I choose really funky designs because it's so fun to cut and it takes so long, and he's a perfectionist. And yeah, he loves me. So
that is true.
This would be the kitchen. We did the 3/4 inch plywood. It's birch.
Oh, you're doing great. Baltic birch.
Baltic birch. I knew it was missing a word. And then we, this is why he loves me so much.
Yeah.
So she cooks a lot and really wanted a spice rack, and we couldn't figure out how to fit it within the cabinet system. And she sent me a picture of a drop-down one.
Oh yeah, they pulled out like it pulled out from like the top, didn't it?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
And then I said, what about putting it in the countertop and have it pull up and down? And my mind is so simplistic, and it just drops down, you pull it up, and I have a hard time talking about it because he was so mad at me. You know it's true.
It was very true. It was a bad day.
It was a bad day because he got really elaborate with his system that he decided to put in this spice rack, and he really wanted it to be fancy. He almost wanted it to work off of a mechanical system with like a button, and I was like, what are you doing? But in the end, it worked out, and this is the spice rack.
Ooh.
So it's got 2 rows for spices. It drops down, is flush with the countertop. It's beautiful. He did an amazing job. Honey, I love it so much. They're going to love it.
Even the grains follow.
It's perfect.
Oh, yes.
It's perfect. You did wonderful. So, spice rack. I don't recommend putting one in yourself. And then we rebuilt this entire, I didn't. Travis.
I feel like there was much that went between you coming in here.
Yes, Travis rebuilt this entire cabinet system. Added the flip-up countertop. This drawer is fun because after he put in the sink, he realized that the drawer actually would hit the sink because they wanted a larger sink with a double basin. So he custom built this drawer.
Look at that cute little guy.
Yeah, to be half the size, and it does not hit the sink. Good job.
Oh, thank you.
And then, yeah, lots of storage in here. These drawers are so deep. And it's interesting because in RVs, they typically build the drawers to only go halfway back. Like, the drawer stops here.
Yeah.
They don't utilize all this empty space back here. So these drawers are quite massive.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful. And then she needed a little more countertop space. Our client wanted more countertop space for cooking and washing dishes and all of that. So Travis added his custom countertop extension, which he welds and builds. And I'm sorry, we haven't patented it yet and are not selling it. So you have to get a renovated RV to get one.
Yeah.
We have a lot of questions about that. And
you can move on to the other challenging problem you gave me.
Problem or a masterpiece?
Oh, masterpiece. That's the term I was trying to use.
This. So typically Travis does mountains in our RVs, and that's what a lot of our clients ask for. Like, oh, we really want those mountains. Make sure you put in those mountains. But this was not a mountain theme rig, and they go to the beach, they surf, and I said, we can't do mountains in there. We need to do waves. So I went into the shop one day and I grabbed a piece of paper and I drew it out, and he rolled his eyes at me and threw his pencil and kind of was like, get out. And
is that how it went?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and he did it. And these pieces are inset into the cabinet, and it's gorgeous, and it's my favorite part of the entire RV.
I hope so.
And he did wonderful.
Those are so hard. The paint would not settle on the white, and it just, I painted them like 6 times.
Maybe more.
But yeah, it was brutal.
It's so nice. And then I got these knobs from Hobby Lobby, and this one is full of shelves, and then this one has hooks for coats, leashes.
Leashes, perfect. That was awesome. Leashes, that's great.
Dog leashes.
Oh, I think you meant surf leashes.
I mean surf leashes, whatever you need. And then there's another storage cabinet up above. I mean, this is awesome storage space. The fact that this isn't going to be a full-time rig, it's crazy, because the storage is amazing.
Yeah,
in here.
You could full-time.
You could definitely full-time. My favorite part is when you look here and then you look here.
See, it's the swell growing. See, smaller, and then it starts to peak, and you're almost ready to ride it. In the master bedroom, and this thing was a beast to work on too. But it turned out awesome. Aaron always comes in and gives me ideas and how things are going to go and look. So this entire section has been rebuilt. Initially, they wanted a turn bed. That was really their thing they came to us for. But once they brought it to us and I started exploring, I learned that the electrical system and the water storage system sits right under this bed. So instantly I had to be like, sorry, that's not possible to move those with how this is. Yeah, travel trailers, everything, water, storage, everything sits under the rig. But in motorhomes, some things are inside of the rig, which the water is one of the biggest ones. So yeah, the entire water holdings tank sits right under this bed. So unfortunately I had to let them know we're not going to be able to do it that way, so I had to come up with something else that worked for them. Like all other rigs, it had a closet up top. It had one drawer and then like a shelf, a small little spaced shelf right here, and then this was all just carpeted, right? So when we got into it, his big request, he liked having the countertop space to store his glasses or his laptop or his book, but she wanted to have a drawer functioning system. So we had to come up with a way to solve it for both of them. So I built the full closets, and then what I did was build these bookcases that are in set. So they're able to put a laptop in there, or their books, or their reading glasses. And yeah, we solved that problem, and I was so psyched when the finished product came out. This is why the rigs take so long. It's coming up with these little specialty pieces that have never been done before, so I have no blueprint for how to do it. So every piece just takes its time to figure out. So we got those done. And the last thing was they wanted an open shelf above here. So taking the time to figure that out, and also make it cool. My rule is it has to work and it has to look cool. That's what I base everything on. So when I came up with this cool little design, I was really excited to put that all together. Yeah, so it has a lip on it, so all these baskets are free and aren't gonna fall down. And then we needed lights, and one of the last things we figured out was putting in these little lights that are actually on dimmer switches, which is so fun and cool. And they move so they can angle them wherever they need to for reading. Yeah, I was super psyched on how this all ended up. And things are designed this way to hide. So there's wires that are running through here and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I'm very psyched on how it turned out. I think it'll be a great spot. Once they're climbed in there, oh man, it's gonna feel so cool. Yeah. So, and these drawers are really large. They go all the way to the back. So we really focus on not wasting any space. The realized. So yeah, so that's the story of the back here.
Cool.
Yeah. Right. Time to show you the bathroom. We added these features onto the door to make it look like a house door, and this always really makes them pop for some reason. It totally takes it from being an RV to like a home. And this is the style door we just put in our house.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Damn, look at that. There wasn't a lot we could change in this bathroom.
But we changed everything.
Yeah, I mean, I got it, the whole thing. I mean, we changed it all, yes. So, but well, this stayed the same. This feature, of course, I added all of this, cut this space open, dropped this sink down. I like having these sinks are built to kind of sit on top. I don't like that as much, so I like having them lowered in, and then I loved when I came up with this little feature to kind of finish it all off and tie the whole thing to, like I said, it has to work and it has to look really cool. So that's the basis for all of this stuff. So yeah, we did this. I added this entire cabinet system. There was one here before. I feel like it all opened out or something. I'm not really sure, but now I really like how this one works. Aaron found this really cool. This may have been the first like nautical thing you found.
Yeah, we put together boards with our clients on what they want, and this was the mirror our client picked, and it really worked well in here because then it matched the wallpaper.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It all came out good.
And Aaron found this rad anchor wallpaper. We got the towel hooks on there. Yeah, and then if we turn around to the shower system, we added this plywood and put some boat sealer on the wood, seal her all up. Added a new faucet, replaced everything. This is all brand new stuff, and I love how it turned out. It looks super rad, and they function really well.
And then the towel bar is one we've been using a lot.
This thing.
Hang on. Hi. How are you?
You had too much time away from you. It was
I know.
like 10 minutes.
Yes. Where's my phone?
Inside
In the house.
Oh, snap.
Those are cool. Are you gonna hang out while we keep filming?
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta be quiet though, okay?
No.
Don't break anything.
Yeah, these are just super great because you're able to slide them in, pull them out. It extends the open space. Yeah, these are rad. We use them all the time. These are on our Amazon storefront if you're interested, people. Yeah. So I'm psyched with it. Look at those freckles, people. Oh my god, Joel. My double steak. Oh my god.
This doesn't look like our camper in the leaves.
Oh, it's absolutely stunning.
Of course.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, and look, Joel.
Where are
Those are a few things we came across.
Oh my god, that's
When we
hilarious.
renovated.
I was looking all over for this. Like my travel prayer
the
book.
Wes?